Hello, Joe here, new videos every Wednesday starting next week. Follow me on all socials and let's get to the video. Welcome to FX Court, where I will compare a basically almost immortal pedo with the immortal pedo. It all started when I saw this thread on the Invincible subreddit, where somebody asked this highly intellectual and ethical question. Why do people rip on Immortal and Kate due to age diff, but not on Andressa and Immortal? Andressa was like 3 months old when she met him. He probably meant Omni-Man here. This could happen to everybody. But yes, why is Immortal seen as a weirdo, but you don't hear a peep about Nolan? Are both relationships equally immoral, or is one worse than the other? Or is one even okay? Let's get uncomfortable. Let's discuss Andressa and Debbie together, since they both are very similar from Nolan's perspective. What are 17 more years to somebody who has lived for millennia? What are the arguments for Nolan's apparent preferences? In both societies, Andressa and Debbie have reached social and careful biological maturity. Andressa is a Thraxan. Thraxans only live for 1 year and also mature faster than any Viltrumite or human. They are also culturally different because of that. They don't see the point in holding grudges, since it doesn't make sense to hold grudges for such a short life. Debbie was in her mid-20s when she met Nolan, and as a 24-year-old human I can confirm that cognitively, Debbie was fully able to consent to this relationship and understand what she was doing. Anissa hit me up. But was Nolan ethically in the clear, or is that just a, well, she's legal argument? Don't you think that from Nolan's perspective both women have lived as long as a one-day-old would have lived for us? Nolan may be weird for connecting with somebody who will have limited and a very different life experience compared to him, but we cannot simply bash the natures of Nolan's relationship just by discussing their age gaps. But one argument we can make against the age gap with Andressa is that, well, Nolan technically got out of his marriage, where he clearly had adapted to a human's pacing in life. I know that he lives for thousands of years. He would have mourned longer than a couple of weeks or months. He clearly didn't love the woman who he called a pet all the way when he was so quick to rush into a new relationship. The point that's really important to me, we can definitely bash Nolan for the way he acted in his marriage with Debbie. Nolan was definitely a chauvinist in that relationship. He didn't see Debbie as someone close to an equal. He saw her as a pet, which only lets us assume of what nature's Nolan's other relationship was. Nolan Grayson may be an age gap weirdo, but he's definitely a chauvinist. Kate and the Immortal. Let me start with the contrast here. Well, Kate, when she got together with the pet Mortal, was 20 at best. When Kate and Immortal first heard of each other or even met, she was a part of teen team and mostly was around people who were going to or should have been in high school. The reason why I mention high school is that even though Kate probably never went to high school because of government project and shit, the societal and biological maturity Kate has in the Immortal's eyes is very important. The Immortal is still very much a human, and Kate is the age where she's fresh out of high school. It's just as weird as if she was just dating somebody in their 30s. The Immortal at his grown age decided to be with somebody who society has always told to, or at least been told to for a long ass time, is immoral to date. You were here when shit changed. Don't give me arguments from, well, he comes from it where you died when you were 14. He decided to date somebody who physically, especially from his perspective, just grew up. Okay, in his defense, Kate is the only one who he knows, despite multiple pause, who understand what it's like to die 100 times. But that is an experience that they can relate on to, not maturity. Experience doesn't mean maturity for Mortal. You can live until you're 19 twice, but it doesn't give you the maturity of a 38-year-old. But yeah, legal is legal and they're both insufferable. They deserve each other. So argue with a judge.
I've given this world enough.
As a human being, I have to call it the Immortal more, of course. Look at this superhero senior. He even forgot about her after 100 years or so.
You just got engaged. In the past, I mean.
I've had hundreds of wives.
Bro was low-key bragging here. How was she so special to you, huh? Special enough to not wait, but not special enough to remember. Yeah, this one, officer. Obviously, y'all should be grateful for my sociological and ethical analysis. And follow me on Twitch so I can become rich and famous and switch up on my day ones. Till Friday and from then on every Wednesday.